Welcome to part 2 of creating the no-code referral marketing program. So in this section, we're actually going to tie back subscriptions to the people they've referred. So remember that in part 1, we created a way for a user subscribes, gets a page where they get a URL with a ref parameter that they can copy paste or email to other people or friends. In this section, we're actually going to take this URL, right? So let's say I copy paste this and I refer somebody else. We want to be able to associate this new subscriber to the person who's referred them. And how we're going to do that is through this ref parameter right here. So step 1 in this is to capture the referral parameter on the homepage. So remember that every user gets a referral URL, and that ref parameter comes from Airtable. So if I look at the example we have in front of us, the user is acornblit plus first, and the ref parameter is recap x, etc. And if I go into Airtable and I open up this user, you can see that the record ID is the same one. So what we want to do is when someone is on this URL and submits their email, we're going to capture this information. So how we do that in Webflow with a little bit of custom code, but a little trick as well. So if I go to my home page, my subscribe page right here, you'll notice that in my form, there's this little bit of HTML embed. So if I look at that HTML embed, it has a hidden field that is class referral and ID hidden ref. I'm going to have this custom code in the notes. And this ID is what's important. So what we do is, with a little bit of custom code, we fill that hidden field with the ref parameter. So right here we go document get element by ID hidden ref dot value equal ref. And then how we actually parse the URL to get that parameter is just with this little bit of custom code. So this code right here, what it does, it looks at the URL, slices it, and takes everything after the equal sign and puts it into variable ref. And then we take that variable ref and put it into the hidden field in our HTML embed. So what that does is, let's say someone signs up on this URL with this ref parameter, so puts their email here. I have an example, acornblit plus referred, and I go into Zapier and look at the data. You'll see the data referral is that ref parameter, and this is our record ID in Airtable. So hopefully that makes sense. What happens is that after we sent the subscribers' information into Airtable and then Webflow sent them an email, the second part of the Zap is updating the referral. So the person who referred this user, checking first whether there is a referral. So here what I do is I say if data referral is not none, so that means that there is a referral, something like someone's been referred. What we do is we look up that record in Airtable. So we do a lookup by the record ID right here. So we do search formula record ID equals the referral information that finds the record in Airtable. And then we update that record once it's found with the new referral. So just kind of speaking through this, what happens is Airtable finds this record right here, and then in referrals adds the user that was just created as a referral. So that is high level how this works. So we did capturing referral on homepage, we did the Zapier setup, and I do want to talk about a few things we had to do in Airtable to make this work. So you'll notice that I have a linked record in referrals, but I also have lookup emails. So what happens in Zapier right here is that if I inputted in the the person referring someone, if I just put the new person they've referred, it would overwrite existing referrals. So what we do is we kind of do a copy of the field, right? So if there's 3 emails here, they're all going to be here, and it's just a lookup field on the referrals, and it pulls all their emails. So the first thing we do, we actually put the existing referrals and then put a comma and add the new referral. So that was note number 1. And the second thing to know in Airtable and CMS in this setup is that the URL for CMS items in Webflow is case sensitive. So you're going to have to use lowercase record ID. Whereas when you're searching by record ID, it is also case sensitive. So you need to always be searching by the record ID from Airtable. So you're going to have to kind of juggle a lowercase for URLs and the original formatting for searching by records. So a little bit of niche information, but definitely things you should watch out for. So just wrapping up here, we create a CMS page for each user that signs up. It has a ref parameter. When a new user signs up and there's a ref parameter that exists, we capture that ref parameter with a little bit of custom code. And then we pass that information into Zapier. And for every user, we do the same information for send them to our email marketing system, create a record in Airtable, create their CMS page. And then we check whether it's a referral. If it is a referral, we look up the information of the person referring. We find that information and we update the referrals for this new user. And then you could also send an outbound email to that original referral to say, hey, someone has signed up under your referral link and you are now at X referrals. So I'm going to add a link in the show notes where you can play around with this using my own newsletter. So that was No Code Referral Marketing Program. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you soon.